If somebody gave you a chance at perfection, would you take it? Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to You've Got a Friend, where we discuss emotional issues of the youth without adding all the mass sadness to it. And today, you might have seen the topic. I'm going to take you through a couple of scenarios and tell me if you've been through any of this or even heard of them. If you've heard of these or even been through them, just click the like button. I'd appreciate it very much. The first scenario: have you ever been with someone who was the funniest, most adventurous person you've ever met? A person who was literally the epitome of everything you've ever imagined in a lover. But as it progresses and it goes forward by the day, it doesn't feel the same. It just gets worse and worse and worse, and you think to yourself,
this shit is boring. It need more shit.
But the harder you try, the worse it just gets. Maybe, maybe not. Let me take you through the second scenario. Have you ever met someone who gave you literally everything you've ever wanted? Maybe you went initially into them before, but you saw how genuine this person is. You saw just how much they love you, and you decided to give it a chance. And the one time you decide to give it a chance, it doesn't feel as good as the first time when they were chasing you. And you try to open up, you try to give them everything, you try to do the usual lover things. You try to give them the same as they're giving you, thinking maybe your feelings will reciprocate what they are having. But again, it just doesn't happen. Last scenario, but definitely not least. Have you ever craved someone's attention forever? Just wanted them to listen to you, appreciate you, and cherish the person you are. Wanted them to find out what you can do for them. And you just felt like you were waiting to take their heart forever, and when you finally got it, it just didn't feel as great as when you were chasing it. Do you realize what I'm getting at here? Do you realize what's going on between all these things that makes them have a correlation, feel the same? You don't understand why they're the same? Really? I need to explain it? Fine. So when you like something or you feel happy when you do it, it's because of a chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is a chemical produced in the brain, and it makes you feel rewarded, happy, and it gives a sense of achievement. Now the brain is very, very addicted to dopamine. Nerdries. Okay, so enough with whoever he is, and back to me, the guy you like, right? So what does this dopamine have to do with anything? Here it is. The problem with dopamine is when you do the same activity, it gets released less and less. Like, remember how excited you were for your first phone, and the day as they just went by, you just get less and less excited about that new phone? In the same way, you get less and less excited about this new relationship because dopamine is getting released less and less. It feels like less of an achievement than it was before. So what do? You start saying the spark is gone. You don't feel the same way anymore, and that you have to move on. Nah, you're not really moving on. There ain't no spark that is gone. It's going on in here. Your brain just wants more of this drug, more of that dopamine, and it's not getting it. So what does it do? It suggests to you, I'll put it in brackets, it suggests that you go on to another person, that you move from this person you're already with and find a new lover for another rush of dopamine. So yeah, that is the mess of it. That is the mess that is our lives, our brains, our hearts. Dopamine is a drug that won't let you stick to one thing. Not a business, not a conversation, not a phone, and definitely not a relationship. That's the mess of it, guys. I know how bad it is, but my solution to it: stick to it until it feels like you can't live without it no more. And the quote of the day, oh yeah, that's a new section we're gonna do now. The quote of the day: the only thing standing between you and your dreams is the excuses you keep saying to convince yourself why you cannot. From me and the mad scientist himself, this was You've Got a Friend, signing out.